What's going on, guys? Blazing here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me on another Raid Shadow Legends video. So guys, I wanted to do a champion showcase, or spotlight I guess I should say, on Zavia. We had a 10x on her over the weekend, and I think she's a great champion for every account. Now, if you didn't go for the guaranteed seer and you got yourself a Zavia, don't be too upset, right? We can make this work. She actually requires less setup than most other champions for this. The only other one is Elenaro, who will basically combust all the poisons and, maybe teeter-tottering a little bit better than Zavia. But, again, great champion. So let's go over her kit real quick and let me show you guys what you should have her built with. Okay, so Zavia, attack-based legendary champion, right? A1, attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 40% chance of placing a 5% poison for 2 turns, right? We only get some extra damage out of it, so do you need to book the A1? Not really. You could give or take if you want to. A2 attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. It is based off of attack, right? And it books up to 75%, so that is pretty solid. If you have books, I would book the A2 because it does help, especially if you want to start speed farming some of your runs. Now, the A3, which is her money ability, attacks all enemies. Enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. Now, back in the day, she used to actually work quite well with like a Cavalax. If you had a really fast go first in arena, as long as there was no stone skin or immunity, she was quite fun to play with, right? Deals damage from all poison debuffs on the targets instantly, activating all the poisons. Will only deal half damage when it's this skill is used against the boss, right? And so we get a block revive. So it works against Rotos, right? It works against a lot of other champions in the game. So, it's just fun to play with. Now, you do get some boosted damage out of the 3 books. If you have them, I'd use them, right? Are they necessary? Not really. And then her passive attacks one enemy, applies a debuff spread effect, taking 4 random debuffs from the target and placing them to all enemies only when Bellinor is on the team, right? That's her partner in crime, Mr. Handsome Boy right there. And it is based off of attack. So, let me show you guys how you need to build her, and then we'll get into some gameplay. All right, so Zavia, right? Best in slot, let's go with accessories first, are going to be refresh, right? As always, refresh for your damage dealers are going to be the best. Now, as for sets-wise, if you can get her into Cruel, that's going to be her best set, right? All of her abilities are attack-based. We don't care about crit rate. We don't care about crit damage. So the more attack you can pump into her, the better. So we have her built with 1 piece Cruel and then 1 piece Stone Skin. But now getting into the build of what you actually want to have. We don't care about HP. We want as much attack as possible. I have 9k attack on mine. Yes, she is +2. She's got attack gloves. She's got attack chest, attack boots. The speed doesn't really matter where you have it as long as it's tuned to whatever team you're using, right? She needs to go after your poisoners and after your reset, right? And your decreased defense if you're going to bring that in. Now, crit rate, we again don't care about. Crit damage, we don't care about. Resistance, we don't care about. Accuracy, we would like it to be around the 250 to 300 mark, right? The A2 does bring some poison, so does the A1. So we should, try to land those as much as possible. Again, booking wise, the A1 we don't really care for. The A2, if we can get the books, and the A3, great, let's do it. Blessings wise, Soul Reap is going to be your friend, right? RNG in this game is a I have a few words for it, but sometimes you'll get them down to just that little bit of a smidge, and Soul Reap does help to take them out, right? So works great for her. Masteries wise, great candidate for Giant Slayer with the A1, right? Taking Kill Streak, taking Methodical, and Bring It Down does work for her. As for the support tree, we're looking for Master Hexer, we're looking for Lore of Steel, Cycle of Magic, and we're looking for Swarm Smiter. Lore of Steel does actually help getting more attack with Cruel, right? It boosts all of the sets by 15%, so it helps. Now, let me show you guys some gameplay. All right, so the first thing we're going to showcase is a little more free-to-play friendly than the next team. We're not using a lot of legendaries, just Zavia. Again, she has +2, doesn't need to be, but we are bringing in Zargella because she has the decreased defense and also brings a weaken on the A1 when you get to the dragon for Royal Guard. Royal Guard comes in with the A2, pretty much a big nuke, and then we have Taurus, who's going to give us the 4 poisons, we hope, right? No RNG for us and then we have Renegade that's going to reset our cooldowns. So let's go ahead and start to run, right? Get the poisons out with Taurus, get the decreased defense, Royal Guard goes, smacks, first wave down in 5 turns. The second wave now will take a little longer because Renegade has a longer cooldown reduction on hers, so it'll take us a couple of seconds extra. 17, so 12 turns extra, right? Now if you were using Kymar, you'd be a lot quicker. Here you want to prioritize her A2 actually to open up with that, because she's going to be able to stack more poisons, and then make sure that her A3 is actually set to be done as the second, right? So here we go. We've got everything out there. Royal Guard comes in, Zavia comes in, 37 turns, 51 seconds. Pretty good speed farm there, right? Now, let me show you guys another team that is going to be quite faster, that you could use both for stage 20 or 25. Again, it is a little more pay to win, right? But it's a really fast team. Now, Cavalex here is actually too fast, but we don't really care about that because we are going to use them on the boss to help us extend the debuffs, right? There we go. 10 turns. We're at the boss. Now, Lydia here is actually going to open up with the A3 to get that poison sensitivity up, right? Getting a lot of poisons up, keeping everything good. Our Cavalex did not extend anything there, which is okay. Kymar is built with some crit to help with this, right? There we go, extending, decreased defense. I promise we'll get the A3 out on Zavia, Royal Guard, there we go, Lydia, and 35 turns, right? Both teams are 100% solid. This team is more for a higher end stage, so let's just showcase that real quick. Coming into stage 25. Now, our Royal Guard is weak affinity, but will still work, right? You could bring in somebody else like a Husk, but that's up to you. Not sure why our Royal Guard did not use the A2 there. Maybe I didn't have it programmed, but well, 10 turns, we're at the boss. Still using the A2. I think I didn't have it programmed, but 13 turns, we're at the boss, pretty solid. Lydia comes in with the A3. Royal Guard takedown. Cold Heart would probably work a little bit better here if you had her. Okay, increase. I think Royal Guard should definitely be replaced in this, right? You could bring in anybody else. Battle Kazar would actually probably have been a better choice. I don't think on this account, though, I haven't built, so it might not help. But 40 turns. There we go. We didn't get a weak hit there. It does, it's not fun that, you know, stage 25s are capped at max HP, but usually if you're going to farm stage 25, you're going to do it with like a Battle Kazar solo, right? 54 turns, minute 27, pretty solid if you're looking to farm that. Again, it is a pretty OP team. You know, we're not very free to play friendly here unless you've been playing for years and you've gotten lucky. So hopefully this video will help you guys. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. If you are still looking to enter in for the Chronom giveaway, just comment on the video. You don't need to like it, although I would appreciate it if you did. And you don't need to be a subscriber of the channel, although again, I would appreciate that as well. As always, guys, if you want to see her in any other content in the game, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below. And as always, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.